Yo, welcome back to Good Game Reviews. This is not a game review. This is more of a reaction, and not the type of reaction that you'll see like me reacting to a video or something like that. No, this is more a reaction to news, reaction to bad news, some heavy news. As of now, or at least at this moment, it appears that Tom Brady is on the fast track to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you asked me at the beginning of this year, would I be saying those words? Or if you told me at the beginning of those years that I would be saying those words, I would probably spit my drink in your face. But I do not have a drink, cannot take a spit take, and it is true. And I just gotta sit here and deal with that. As well as the rest of Patriots Nation, as as the rest of the fans have to do. Excuse me, slurring my words right now. I thought that the news yesterday evening, when I found out, or when we all found out, that Stefon Diggs would go to the Buffalo Bills, of all places, I thought that was the worst news to come in this week as far as sports related. When I looked at my phone and saw all of these names going to different places, familiar faces to Patriots Nation, like Van Noy, Collins, especially with Van Noy going to the Dolphins and Collins going to the Detroit Patriots. Detroit Lions, my fault. I thought that was the worst news, but nope. This definitely tops it. Tom Brady is going to slug it out over in Tampa Bay, and possibly some of the ugliest uniforms. I'm sorry, I just don't like their uniforms. They don't look good to me. I do not like the color scheme. Red, gold, white, silver, whatever the colors are, you can't even tell. It just looks like as soon as you put those colors on, you instantly become trash. But I know that's not the case because there are some talented players in Tampa Bay, but it just seems like a trash place to be. It really does. And I just don't really see him resurrecting his career. Well, not even resurrecting it, because his career never really died. I mean, if we're gonna look at last season, then I mean, it wasn't his best season by far, of course, but it wasn't like he fell off some cliff or nothing. We all know why his performance looked the way it did. And now we know why he's gone, or at least we can speculate why he's gone. Because Bill Belichick seems to be the smartest coach, and at sometimes the dumbest coach of all time. First of all, I just want to know, how does this move really help us? Because now we have to scout, we have to just go out there and run around searching for another QB to take his spot, or we let Stidham take the reins. I don't really think he's ready. I don't really see him as the starter for tomorrow, or the years to come. I just don't. He just doesn't look like that guy to me. I'm hearing names like Jameis Winston. let me go ahead and get it out of the way. If Jameis Winston comes to New England, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna stop watching games. That's a little extreme. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna stop being a fan of the team. That's way extreme and just dumb. But it will make it very hard for me to look at Bill Belichick uh, and just wonder why. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a move. I mean, it doesn't seem like a good move. If that were to happen, I don't know which one would be worse. That or Bill O'Brien's uh, trading of DeAndre Hopkins for what pretty much what he got in return, Randall Cobb. That was pretty much the replacement. Unless, well, I mean, I suppose they still have their first round draft pick. Yes, they still have their first round draft pick. So maybe they're hoping to find the next Hopkins there. But I mean, this isn't about the Texans. Let me get off the Texans. But speaking of that, speaking of receivers, since we're on the subject, do we go out and get a big name now? Can we? I don't even think we don't even have the money for it. Let's dismiss the fact that we just had to eat up $13.5 million because of this TB situation. Let's ignore the fact that we just extended Devin McCourty, which I'm glad to have him. I'm really glad to have him. He's dope. He's a dope guy to have. He's pretty much. I mean, he is one of the greatest ones that we have at this moment in terms of the secondary, Devin McCourty. I mean, we extended Matthew Slater. I just don't. Where are we gonna get the money? That's what I'm wondering. Where are we gonna get this money? Who can we possibly get with what we have right now? With big names. I heard Cook being thrown around last night. If you were on Twitter, you probably saw Cook trending for a minute about Brandon Cooks liking Patriot fans' comments or whatever it was. Something Patriots related. He was liking it. He was hitting likes and all that stuff. And, that got a couple people interested. Other group of people were like, no, we don't need another Brandon Cooks year. The guy was inconsistent and all that. Whatever. The dude put up 1,000 yards. For the one season that he was here, inconsistent or not, puts up 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's pretty much what Julian Edelman did last season. He put up over 1,000 yards. He got you 6 touchdowns. Nobody's saying nothing about that, though. So, I mean, I know it's not fair to compare the two of them, but, I mean, I'm looking at the stats. What? And we still end up making it to a Super Bowl with him. I don't know what people complain about. He was awesome in that Jacksonville game, and he probably would have been awesome in that Eagles Super Bowl if he didn't get knocked out. I don't know why a lot of people like to dismiss that. The fact that he got knocked out early on in the game probably could have been a piece that we really needed. Probably could have been that one factor that probably, there's a lot of problems I'm throwing out there, but the disrespect to Cooks is unjust. So y'all really do need a layoff. I would welcome it if we could afford it, but no. The best option right now is the draft. Free agency right now, in terms of quarterbacks, you're hearing names like Andy Dalton. You're hearing names like Jacoby Brissett, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Nick Mullins. Jesus. Cam Newton. As far as Cam Newton goes, I've seen a lot of negative reaction, at least on Twitter, about Cam Newton from Patriots fans. I'm not even gonna touch on some of the things that the people were saying in those comments because of, but I don't out of all those names that I mentioned, Cam Newton would be the best option to be honest. He would. If y'all really think that Andy Dalton, Mr. Inconsistent Andy Dalton, and Jameis Pick Six Winston is better options than Cam Newton, out of those three names, or out of the names that I mentioned, how many of them have been to a Super Bowl? What's their name? Cam Newton. How many of them had a 50 touchdown season? Which one is it? Cam Newton. MVP. Which one is it? Cam Newton. So this Cam Newton hate needs to stop. Chill out, calm down, sit, take a pill, whatever you need to do. And if the guy is out there, and if these trade talks are not just rumors, and we can make a deal happen, then let it happen. That is pretty much the best option you have at this moment as far as a QB situation. Now, the draft is still an option. But let's be real. Justin Herbert is probably the best option in terms of quarterbacks coming out of this draft, and I don't think that we're going to get Justin Herbert. I made jokes with my friends talking about some Justin Herbert, future Patriot, and all that stuff. But to be honest, right now, in this moment, I don't think we're getting Justin Herbert. Come on. We would probably be looking to get Jalen Hurts if he drops low enough. We don't have any second round picks. We have the 1 first round. We got the 3 thirds. We got 3 6, 3 7s, or 4 7s. My fault. Overall, we have 12. I'm not sure if that was 12 that I named out, but with the picks that we have, we're not getting anything like high level. Not with where the picks are situated. We're not getting anything high level. At best, we have like bargaining chips. Excuse me. But as far as the draft, maybe we can get somebody at quarterback. Maybe they could battle it out with Stidham. See who's going to start. Get your new guy like that. Or perhaps you can get Cam Newton. If the Panthers are willing to, I don't know, if we're able to lowball them and able to get Cam Newton, then by all means, go after it. That's pretty much the only option I got to lay on the table. And then you can still go in the draft and get your quarterback as long as you don't have to give up that first pick. And I hope the Patriots don't give up that first pick for Cam. But it really is a tough time. Also, before I log off here, I saw some news, kind of on the comedic side, for me at least, about flowers being left out in front of the TB12 shop and signs and whatnot. Come on, y'all. Look, what's next? Like memorial paintings and pictures in the streets and on the walls. The guy is not gone. He's not gone. He's just going to another team. Chill out. Chill out. He's, as much as we are going to miss him, we will miss him very, very, very much. Y'all need to chill. Come on. Flowers, really? I almost cracked up looking at that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I had to say for right now. If any really big developments happen in the near future, I'll be sure to hop up on it. Until next time, I'm out.